Hello everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that has the power to change your life. Mastering the mindset that nothing affects you.
Now, don't get me wrong, life is full of chaos, challenges, and curveballs.
But there's a difference between experiencing life and reacting to it emotionally every time something doesn't go your way. This isn't about becoming numb. This is about taking your power back. Let me share with you the 6 key principles to master this mindset. Own your reaction. The moment something happens to you, before the world sees how you respond, you've already chosen what kind of person you are. That split second where your heart races and your mind flashes red, that's where power lives. You don't control what happens, but you always control what it means to you. And nobody steals your power unless you hand it to them wrapped in your emotional chaos. The greatest war is not outside you, but inside you. A war of response, not circumstance. A weak mind seeks control over others. A strong mind demands control over itself. Your reaction is your signature. And when you scream, break, or blame, you're giving someone else the pen to write your story. The real battle is not in what they did, it's in how you rise above it. If you can breathe through fire, you become the flame that burns through limits. Power is not found in domination, it's discovered in restraint. Every reaction writes a legacy. Speak in anger, and your future apologizes. Speak in wisdom, and your silence roars louder than any noise around you. Your energy introduces you before your words do. Choose it. Guard it. Command it. Don't be a slave to the chaos. Be the calm that terrifies it. When people push your buttons, remember they only work if you've programmed them. Take back the code. Rewrite who you are. Most insults are invitations. Decline them. If they throw shade, be the sun. Your reaction reveals more about you than the action ever will. The world watches how you handle pain, pressure, disrespect. Do you crumble or do you craft diamonds out of it? Every time you resist the urge to lash out, you're building a fortress no one can shake. To control your reaction is to own your future. That smirk, that silence, that shift in posture, those are weapons. Use them wisely. Rage is easy.
Retaliation is basic.
But true dominance, that's impatience. It's in knowing you could break them, but you chose to build yourself. Every second you hold back is a victory that echoes through time. Emotion is not weakness, but surrendering to it without reflection is. People throw chaos like confetti. Don't dance in it, stand above it. Observe your storm before you sail through it. The one who responds last often responds best. Reaction is like currency. Spend it with intention or go broke in regret. When life tests you, it doesn't want your emotion. It wants your evolution. Your composure is your crown.
Don't drop it for clowns.
They provoke to pull you into their fire, but you're water. Learn to flow, not burn. If your reaction can be controlled by others, then so can your destiny. Be so rooted in peace that drama uproots itself. Be so grounded in purpose that distractions die trying to shake you. Every trigger is a teacher. Pay attention. Anger is a signal, not a solution. You can scream and be heard or stay silent and be respected. The loudest one is rarely the strongest. Own your pause. That moment between stimulus and response is your kingdom. Rule it or be ruled. Anyone can explode. Few can expand. When someone betrays you, don't let your character bleed for their mistake. Stay clean in the dirt. Stay gold in the storm. The world is a mirror. It reflects who you are under pressure. Bend, don't break. Stay soft, but unshakable. Emotionally mature people know the art of responding without losing their soul. Own that art. Paint with silence. Sculpt with grace. Forge with stillness. Don't mirror chaos. Magnify clarity. To react from ego is to fall into the trap. To respond from awareness is to rewrite the game. Every time you don't take the bait, you grow. Every moment you don't match their energy, you master your own. What they throw at you is theirs. What you do with it, that's all you. Let them talk. Let them twist. Let them test. You stay untouchable. Power is presence, not performance. If your presence can shake a room without a word, you've already won.
Come on.
Most people live in reaction. Few choose response. Be the few. The world doesn't need more reactors. It needs more revolutionaries, those who rule their inner space while the world burns. Don't give the outside world permission to govern your internal climate. You are the weather system. Be the sun after the storm. Be the calm in the earthquake.
Be the calm in the earth.
Nothing that shakes you owns you. Nothing that triggers you defines you. You define you in the silence between insult and instinct. In the breath you take before the blow lands. When you rise above the emotional battlefield, you become the one who sets the rules. Don't let your feelings drag you where your wisdom wouldn't go. Power isn't in the punch, it's in the pause before it. Choose not to be disturbed. Choose not to be baited. Choose not to be predictable. That's how kings and queens are made. In restraint, not retaliation. People will try to ignite you. Smile. Your peace is sacred. Their noise is just an echo. Don't become a reflection of their chaos. Stay original. Stay high frequency. Stay unshakable. The universe whispers through your restraint. Listen. Let your reactions reflect your vision, not your wounds. Show them your growth by your grace. The moment you master your reaction, you start leading your life instead of surviving it. A true leader doesn't react. They respond. Reaction is survival. Response is strategy. Don't just protect your energy. Project it. Let it speak of mastery. Let it scream confidence in silence. Let it roar without a sound. They'll wonder why you didn't snap, why you didn't crumble, why you didn't stoop. Let them wonder. Your silence is power, not passivity. It's precision. It's purpose. It's proof that your peace is not up for grabs. People who can't control you will call you cold. Let them. You're not cold. You're composed. You don't owe chaos your energy. You don't owe disrespect your attention. You don't owe drama your reaction. You owe yourself dignity. You owe yourself dignity. You owe yourself the strength to walk away, breathe deep, and remain unfazed. That's how legacies are built. Not in shouting matches, but in the quiet decision to stay powerful. Be the one who cannot be triggered. Be the one whose fire burns inward, transforming, not destroying, not destroying. Be the one whose reaction is so intentional it changes the temperature of every room. You are not here to match their madness. You are here to model mastery. Own your reaction. Own your life. Emotional detachment is not the absence of feeling, but the mastery of it. To stand amidst chaos and remain unmoved is the mark of a disciplined soul. You are not cold for choosing your peace over endless emotional battles. Power lies in the ability to observe without absorbing. Emotions are waves. Strength is in learning to surf, not drown. When you detach, you don't stop caring. You start protecting. The one who walks away silently often walks away wiser. Peace is not passive. It is power honed through restraint. Control over reaction is a weapon sharper than rage. You don't need to bleed every time someone hands you a blade. The world respects those who do not flinch in fire. Detachment is clarity in a world addicted to noise. You are not unkind for refusing to be consumed. It is not cruelty to stop letting people play with your sanity. Strength is choosing silence when chaos begs you to scream. Scream. It takes more courage to walk away than to argue endlessly. They called you cold because your boundaries disturb their control. You don't have to prove your heart to those who twist it. Emotional detachment is not avoidance. It is discernment. Being calm is not weakness. It is survival. Emotional strength is being able to sit with pain and not let it break you. You don't need to feel everything to understand everything. The strongest people feel deeply, but choose wisely. Letting go is harder than holding on, but far more powerful. You owe no one the pieces of you they constantly shatter. Control is not found in reaction, but in restraint. Distance from drama is not indifference. It's intelligence. You are not heartless for guarding what matters most. Your peace. Detachment is self-preservation, not emotional vacancy. The quiet ones are often the most battle-tested. You learn to detach when you've been burned enough times. Emotional freedom is born when approval no longer chains you. Silence in the face of provocation is a statement of mastery. Those who don't react rule their world, not the other way around. The less you respond to nonsense, the more powerful you become. When you detach, you become unshakable. Nothing is more powerful than a mind that does not cling. Let them call you distant while you protect your essence. Every time you choose peace over proving a point, you win. You stop attending battles you've already won when you detach. When you remove emotional access, you reveal true intentions. To detach is to finally stop explaining yourself to the wrong people. When you stop reacting, you start deciding. Your value is not in your emotional availability, but in your integrity. Don't confuse sensitivity with surrender. Strength feels, then filters. When emotion controls you, others control you. Freedom begins the moment you stop needing them to understand. Power is not louder, it is calmer. You don't owe anyone access to the softest parts of you. Sometimes silence is the loudest revolution. They'll call you heartless until they realize their chaos no longer affects you. Not every emotion deserves expression. Not every feeling needs a stage. Mastery is choosing what deserves your energy, not what demands it. Emotional detachment is choosing self-respect over validation. You become powerful when their noise no longer disturbs your inner stillness. Detachment doesn't kill connection. It preserves it. Et funt. Real love thrives in clarity, not codependency. They'll say you changed, but really, you healed. Your soul wasn't built for constant upheaval. Respect its peace. The ability to walk away is the ultimate leverage. You can care and still choose yourself. Emotion unchecked is a weapon turned inward. Maturity is knowing what to feel and what to release. You were not made to carry everyone's chaos. Emotional distance isn't rejection. It's protection. True power is rooted in stillness. The storm loses its hold when it no longer reaches your core. When you master your inner world, the outer one cannot shake you. Every boundary you enforce is an act of self-respect. You are not responsible for how others perceive your peace. Choose composure even when the world demands conflict. When you detach, manipulation loses its grip. Being unbothered is not arrogance, it's evolution. Not every emotion is meant to be felt to the bone. You don't have to feel guilty for not entertaining chaos.
Your silence is not empty, it is sacred. It takes a strong heart to let go of what disturbs its rhythm.
To detach is to honor your own depth without drowning in theirs. You are not made of ice. You are forged by fire, cooled by wisdom. You stop being reactive the moment you realize your peace is priceless. Power is having every reason to break. They don't deserve the version of you that bleeds to keep them warm. Disengaging from dysfunction is not betrayal. It is bravery. You don't need to argue your worth. Just walk in it. What you walk away from defines you more than what you chase. Choose distance over destruction. Your energy is sacred. Treat it like currency. To detach is to know who you are, regardless of who they think you are. You don't have to attend every emotional fire you're invited to. Peace is the loudest proof of growth. The more you detach, the more you attract what aligns. They fear your calm because it means they no longer control you. Not all connections are meant to be kept. Some are meant to be closed. Let your detachment speak louder than any rebuttal. You are not obligated to set yourself on fire to warm those who never notice. Learn to pause before reacting. The gap is where power lives. You grow when you stop needing the noise to validate your voice. Not every emotion is yours to carry. Learn to return what's not yours. There is no shame in choosing solitude over senseless suffering. They will call your boundaries barriers because they cannot cross them. When you detach emotionally, you see who is truly there. Walking away is not weakness. It is choosing to rise. Let your strength be felt in your refusal to be shaken. True growth is when you no longer explain your silence. Train your mind like a muscle, not as a passive tool, but as a living, evolving force that shapes your destiny. Discipline is the weight your mind lifts every day, and every repetition carves strength into your character. A weak mind folds under pressure. A strong one bends reality to its will. Thoughts are seeds. What you water grows. What you neglect withers. What you neglect withers. Mental toughness isn't born. It's built through relentless confrontation with discomfort. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and readiness follows. True focus isn't avoiding distraction. It's choosing your obsession and letting everything else burn. The mind rebels against control at first, but mastery is forged through persistence, not permission. Most people let their thoughts run wild. You must train yours to obey. Every time you silence doubt, you build resilience. Challenge isn't the enemy. It's the gym where mental dominance is trained. When your body gives up, your mind must scream forward. You can't unlock your next level with the same thinking that built your last. Grind your mind against resistance because ease breeds mediocrity. Every problem is a test. Pass enough, and you become the answer. Mental laziness is a slow poison. Awareness is the antidote. Thoughts become habits, become identity. Be ruthless with what you allow. Your mind is your command center. If it breaks, your life shatters. Every controlled emotion is a rep. Every mastered fear, a personal record. Train not just for knowledge, but for dominance of your inner chaos. Greatness is reserved for those who train beyond comfort. Pain is not a signal to stop. It's an invitation to rise. Every excuse you destroy adds muscle to your will. Reading isn't enough. Apply what you absorb like sweat on steel. You either train your thoughts or become a prisoner of them. Your inner voice dictates your outer life. Make it your fiercest coach. Emotional control is a muscle few train, but those who do are unshakable. Hesitation is weakness rehearsed. Train in decisive execution. What you avoid in your mind becomes the cage you live in. Doubt is not a warning, it's a weight. Lift it and grow. Your future self is built in the gym of today's discipline. Don't let moods determine action. Let action reset the mood. Mental sharpness is a daily blade. If you don't hone it, it dulls. Confidence isn't given. It's trained under fire. If your mind can endure more, your world expands. Mastering focus is more than attention. It's war against chaos. Daily discomfort is the rent you pay for mental evolution. Mental strength isn't loud. It's the quiet refusal to quit. You don't get what you want. You get what your mind can handle. Conviction is trained when no one claps for your grind. The mind either serves your mission or sabotages it. There is no neutral. Comfort is the drug that kills potential. Detox with discipline. When your thoughts scream no, make your actions whisper yes. Self-doubt doesn't need comfort. It needs confrontation. You become what you repeatedly tell yourself. Train your inner language. Obstacles are nothing but mental barriers waiting for demolition. The more resistance you face, the more force you gain. Train for pressure so life never surprises you. Nothing changes until your mindset does. Train your thoughts to be weapons, not wounds. Your story is not written by chance, but by mental reps in silence. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a call to mental arms. Don't wait for motivation. Forge it with mental fire. You can't coast uphill. Train with intention or slide with regret. Strength of mind turns adversity into advantage. Every failure is feedback. Study it like an elite athlete studies tape. Harden your thoughts until they strike like steel. The battlefield is within. Win there, and you win everywhere. Discipline overrules emotion when training is real. A trained mind sees problems as puzzles, not prisons. Champions train their minds to find opportunity in pain. Your limits are fiction. Mental training reveals truth. A wandering mind leads a wandering life. Train it like a sniper's aim. Hard choices train mental tenacity. Easy ones train dependence. Easy ones train dependence. Progress demands psychological weightlifting. Every dark thought is a chance to train your mental flashlight. If you don't challenge your thoughts, they will challenge your life. Clarity is trained, not wished for. Focus like a blade cuts through fog. Mental fitness doesn't come from motivation. It comes from sweat, silence, and repetition. Self-mastery is the real flex. Train it daily or be owned by weakness. Your mental dialogue becomes your destiny. Shape it with grit, not fluff. You must train to keep showing up when it's boring, painful, or thankless. Tenacity is built in moments no one sees, but everyone feels later. When fear arrives, trained minds lean in, not back. Every inner storm is a test of your mental roofing. Reinforce it now. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the strength of your mindset. Mental stamina is more important than physical speed. It outlasts, outthinks, and outwins. When life hits hardest, a trained mind doesn't flinch. It recalculates. Grind your thoughts until they shine under pressure. Adaptation isn't magic. It's mental training in disguise. Your brain is plastic. Shape it with pressure, not pampering. Those who train their minds are never truly lost. They create direction. Emotional endurance is trained through emotional storms, not sunny days. There is no finish line in mental training, only stronger levels. Protect your mindset like it's sacred, because it is. Doubt dies in the face of practiced courage. Every triggered reaction is a signal to strength and control. A trained mind doesn't shrink to fit comfort. It expands to conquer chaos. Mental growth isn't loud. It's silent, gritty, and unseen until it explodes in results. Control your mind and your time follows. Control your time and your life shifts. You either train daily or decay slowly. There is no pause button. Choose thoughts that build, not break. Refine, not rust. Resistance builds muscle. Resistance in thought builds character. You were not born mentally strong. You build it like armor, one challenge at a time. The price of peace is paid in mental war. Don't just train to endure. Train to dominate. Accept, then act. Accept, then act. Let that become your guiding force, not as a passive submission, but as the fiercest rebellion against resistance. The moment you accept, you strip struggle of its power. You stop fighting what already is, and in that moment, you reclaim your strength. Acceptance isn't weakness. It is the decision to stop bleeding energy into denial. It is clarity in the fog of chaos. It is standing still while the storm rages, only to realize you are the eye of it. True power begins where resistance ends. What you resist owns you. What you accept, you master. The energy once spent rejecting reality becomes the fuel that ignites decisive movement. You are no longer paralyzed by the unfairness of it, the wrongness of it, the frustration of it. You are transformed by the truth of it. In acceptance, clarity sharpens like a blade. And from that clarity, bold, undeniable action rises. When you stop arguing with what is, you can begin sculpting what can be. You aren't meant to be a prisoner of circumstances. You are the architect of your next move. But blueprints require stillness before strategy. Acceptance is not sitting idle. It is the quiet courage of seeing things as they are so you can transform them without illusion. You stare truth in the face and dare to ask, and now what? That is the birthplace of unshakable power. Let the pain pass through you, not around you. Accept the heartbreak. Feel the disappointment. Absorb the loss, but do not cling to it. Do not become it. Feel it so completely that it loses the power to control you. When you accept what hurt you, you strip it of the ability to haunt you. Acceptance dissolves the poison of resentment. It clears the fog of blame. It gives you your hands back, your mind back, your will back. There is no control in resistance. Resistance is a thief disguised as strength. It tells you that to resist is to fight back, but in truth, it only anchors you deeper in what you wish to escape. You are not escaping what you won't accept. You're feeding it. You're making it larger by pretending it shouldn't be. Acceptance shrinks the impossible into the actionable. It makes mountains into steps. You stop running from the moment and step into it fully armed with awareness. Act from this stillness. Act not from panic or pride, but from power. You are no longer reactive. You are precise. Action after acceptance is not rushed, scattered movement. It is deliberate. It is accurate. It is unstoppable. This is the kind of action that cannot be shaken because it is born from truth.
Not ego, not denial, not denial. Not denial.
Not the need to prove, but the desire to evolve. Life owes you nothing but the raw material. Your greatness is forged in your response. You are not promised ease. You are given the capacity to endure, to adjust, to overcome. Every harsh truth is a chance to unlock new capability. Every rejection is redirection. Every failure is information. Acceptance takes your pain and turns it into intelligence. Then you act, not from desperation, but from mastery. You are not the victim of the moment. You are its sculptor. But first, you must be willing to touch the stone as it is. Feel its weight. Know its texture. Understand what you're shaping. There is no transformation without contact. There is no progress without presence. You must be rooted in what is before you can move toward what could be. Fire doesn't burn you when you accept it. It forges you. Let the heat teach you. Let the discomfort reveal your hidden strength. Let the sharp edges make you sharper. When you act from this place, your movement is clean. You don't drag the past with you. You don't dilute the moment with resistance. You bring your whole self to the task at hand, undistracted, undivided, unwavering. Your energy is sacred. Don't spend it in war with the now. Spend it in design of the next. Let your acceptance be brutal and your action be beautiful. Do not sugarcoat reality. See it raw. And then move through it like a storm dressed in silence. You are not helpless. You are not trapped. You are not waiting. You are choosing. Every second you refuse to accept is a second stolen from your power. And every moment you embrace is a gateway to motion. There is no healing in hiding. No clarity in pretending. No future in denial. Truth is not your enemy. It is your weapon. Wield it. Even if your hands shake. Even if your voice trembles. Let the truth break what it must, so that what remains is unbreakable. From that space, act. Act without apology. Act without delay. Act like the moment is yours, because it is. To accept is to own your life as it is, not just as you wish it to be. You were born to adjust, adapt, and rise. Acceptance is not giving up. It's gearing up. It's saying, this is where I start. And where you start is where others give up. You stand at the line and step forward while others wait for things to change. But you are the change. You are the motion. You are the moment that turns the tide. You are not bound to old stories. You are not tied to old wounds. You are not fixed in place. The second you accept, you're free. And from that freedom, you act. Not with rage, but with resolve. Not with panic, but with precision. Not with doubt, but with direction. And that direction carves destiny out of discomfort. The greatest victories are born from silent acceptance and loud action. Let your silence be deep and your steps thunder. Move like someone who has seen the worst and decided to become the best because of it. Do not flinch at the facts, build from them. Do not wish it were different. Make it so. Do not seek escape. Create transformation. You are not at the mercy of life. You are the force reshaping it. But only once you stop pretending it needs to be perfect before you begin.
Begin now.
Begin with tears in your eyes, with a lump in your throat, with the weight still on your shoulders. Begin anyway. Begin because you are here, and that is enough. You don't need the world to shift. You need to, so breathe it in. Let the truth settle in your bones. Let the moment become real. And then rise. Not someday. Not when it's easier. Not when you feel ready. Rise now. Accept what is. Then act like you were born for this, because you were. Speak power into your life like your soul depends on it, because it does. Words are not just sounds. They are weapons, spells, and seeds of transformation. The way you speak about yourself determines how the world responds to you. If you want to rise, your voice must rise first. Stop cursing your journey by calling it hard and start blessing it by calling it necessary. Tell yourself you are built for greatness, even when your reflection doesn't believe it yet. Speak strength over your scars until your pain starts to listen. You don't wait for power. You summon it with every declaration that you are not finished. Your voice is your hammer, and your future is the steel. Forge it with intention. Every time you say, I can't, you kill a version of yourself that could have soared. Rewrite the narrative every morning by declaring that you are not who you were yesterday. You are becoming more. Refuse to describe yourself with weakness when you are made of resilience. Let every sentence that leaves your mouth be a prophecy of elevation. Never speak defeat into your spirit and expect to conquer. Your words must echo like thunder inside your own chest. Call yourself powerful until your shadow starts to believe it. When doubt speaks, drown it out with declarations of certainty. Name your vision out loud because unspoken dreams tend to die in silence. Say, I am unstoppable, and mean it so hard that obstacles get nervous. Stop rehearsing your failures. Start rehearsing your comeback. Say what you want like it's already yours because belief creates gravity. Speak with such conviction that the universe has no choice but to obey. Say, I deserve joy, even if your past whispers otherwise. You were never born to stay silent about your potential. Speak to yourself like a king or queen in exile, returning to the throne. Never again label yourself as broken. Call yourself rebuilding. Call yourself rebuilding. Words shape your reality, so sharpen them like blades of truth. Stop telling the world you're tired. Tell it you're rising. Stop announcing your exhaustion. Announce your comeback. Say I'm ready every morning until opportunity knocks without invitation. Refuse to make jokes about your failure. Your soul is listening. What you speak daily becomes the architecture of your future. Declare healing, not hurt. Declare victory, not victimhood. Speak purposefully or stay silent. There is no neutral. Say, I am more than enough until your cells align with it. Words can be chains or wings. Choose flight every time. Speak louder than your doubts and longer than your fears.
Austin.
Let your voice be the spark that ignites your next breakthrough. You don't need the world to believe in you if you start believing in yourself. Talk to your destiny like it's already here, waiting to be claimed. If you keep saying a someday, it will stay a fantasy. Say a now. Remind yourself that the tongue can either resurrect or bury your future. Speak love over your insecurities until they shrink in shame. Say I am powerful until your posture changes. You don't need approval. You need alignment with your truth. Every sentence is a sword. Swing it with precision. Don't let your tongue write a story your soul can't survive. Say I'm chosen, even if no one else ever chooses you. Every time you speak, you either pour gas or water on your fire. Choose wisely. Say I will rise when no one else sees you standing. Speak like you've already won, because winners speak victory into being. Don't just talk about miracles. Speak them into the atmosphere. Your future is allergic to self-doubt. Speak faith or stay silent. Say I am not afraid, even while shaking, because courage is loud. Use your words like wings, not weights. Say I'm coming back stronger, even if you haven't even stood up yet. Announce your greatness even in your quiet seasons. Speak your next level into the air like thunder warning the sky. Let your voice crack with power, not apology. Every powerful person started by speaking like they mattered. Stop saying I don't know. Start saying I'll figure it out. Speak hope into the cracks where fear tries to live. Say I've already won while you're still in the storm. Let your words walk ahead of you and make the path obey. Hey. Proclaiming lie and limitless because no one else will say it for you. Tell fear that it no longer gets the microphone. Speak like your children will inherit your language. Say, this is my time, like you're already standing in it. Reject every label that doesn't empower you with your voice. Speak endurance until quitting is no longer an option. Declare your growth so loudly that your past gets nervous. Say, I forgive myself like your future depends on it, because it does. Stop downplaying your potential with casual words. Announce your brilliance like it's not up for debate. Say, I will not shrink in the face of any challenge. Speak your way into the rooms no one thought you'd enter. Let your voice be louder than your history. Don't just speak motivation, speak transformation. Let every word be soaked in belief, not limitation. Say, on my power, and then walk like it. Use your voice like a trumpet to break down walls. Say this is not the end even when you're at the edge. Let your daily declarations become your daily reality. Tell the mirror you're worthy and refuse to argue with yourself. Your next level listens to your voice before it sees your actions. Don't describe your life as broken, describe it as building. Say, I have what it takes until it becomes your foundation. Let no word fall from your lips that does not feed your future. Speak your ambition into the soil of every silent moment. Announce your awakening like a lion's roar at dawn. Say, I was born for this, even when the world doubts you. Don't whisper your greatness. Shout it from your soul. Speak clarity into confusion until the fog lifts. Declare your worth in rooms that try to forget it. Say, my voice has value, and use it like currency. Let no sentence leave you without carrying strength. Morning. Speak discipline over distraction. Speak wisdom over chaos. Speak vision over noise. Speak fire into cold seasons. Speak royalty into your routine. Speak authority into your atmosphere. Speak peace where there is pressure. Speak light until the darkness flees. Speak greatness into every breath. Speak greatness into every breath. Speak destiny into every day. Speak power into your life and never stop speaking. Your peace is not a luxury. It's your foundation. There is no success if your soul is screaming in silence. If it costs you your peace, it is too expensive. Walk away. The world will demand your energy, but only you decide who gets it. Protecting your peace is protecting your power. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Don't let temporary people create permanent damage. You don't owe anyone access to your inner calm. Chaos is addictive. Choose silence instead. Silence is not weakness. It is control over reaction. Your peace is not passive. It's intentional. Guard your energy like it's your life savings. Peace isn't found. It's built by boundaries. Say a noun with conviction and no guilt. Your mental health is not up for negotiation. People will test your limits. Your job is to enforce them. Stop watering relationships that only drain you. Energy vampires don't ask permission. They invade silently. Don't defend your peace. Declare it. Create emotional security, not emotional debt. Your nervous system deserves calm, not chaos. If it unsettles your spirit, it doesn't belong near you. Peace isn't just a state, it's a discipline. The more you protect your mind, the more power you create. Protect your peace from your own overthinking. Overthinking is the enemy of calm. The need to explain everything will rob you of inner stillness. Let people misunderstand you. Peace is more valuable than proving your point. Not every battle deserves your energy. Refuse to dance with dysfunction. Walk away without warning. Peace needs no announcement. Don't chase closure. Choose clarity and exit. Your peace is not up for community approval. You are not obligated to engage just because someone invites you to chaos. Refuse to shrink to fit someone else's storm. Every boundary you set teaches the world how to treat you. Emotional maturity is knowing when silence says more than words ever could. Your peace should never be collateral damage for someone else's comfort. Being unbothered is a form of emotional intelligence. You're not cold. You're clear. Not responding is a response. Your reaction is the bait. Don't bite. People can't disturb what they can't reach. A calm life is not a boring life. It's a chosen life. No one has the right to interrupt your healing. Chaos will knock. Don't open the door. They only win if you lose your balance. You don't owe the world access to your inner stillness. Stillness. Train yourself to choose peace over performance. Peace is knowing you're enough, even when others don't see it. You can't thrive in a space that constantly depletes you. You weren't born to carry what was never yours. When peace becomes your priority, drama becomes irrelevant. Energy is currency. Don't invest where there's no return. Be mindful of the spaces you enter. Not every room deserves your presence. Peace is the loudest flex you'll ever make. You don't need to match energy. You need to maintain yours. Healing demands quiet. Protect it at all costs. You can't hear your intuition in a room full of noise. Cutting people off isn't cruelty. It's clarity. Your boundaries are not punishments. They are protection. Not everyone is meant to go where you're growing. Refuse to internalize what was never about you. You are not built for emotional chaos. You were built for grounded power. Don't confuse loyalty with self-betrayal. You're allowed to change your access code. The strongest people walk away quietly and heal loudly. Being at peace will trigger those addicted to conflict. You don't have to explain a boundary to anyone who respects it. Sometimes growth looks like solitude. Peace looks good on you. Wear it daily. If you're always available, you'll always be drained. Time is sacred. Don't spend it where it's not safe. You can't pour into others from an empty soul. Preserve your energy for what aligns, not what screams. Declining chaos is not weakness. It's evolution. It's evolution. Growth will cost you comfort. Peace will cost you noise. You are not a dumping ground for unprocessed emotions. Control your environment, or your environment will control you. Don't justify protecting your peace. Practice it without guilt. The best revenge is radiant calm. Calm. People will throw shade. Stand in your sunlight anyway. You don't need loud to be powerful. A peaceful mindset is louder than any argument. Master the art of walking away without drama. Sometimes the highest form of self-love is silence. You weren't born to react. You were born to rise. People will try to disrupt what they don't understand. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Because it is. You're not rude. You're unavailable for nonsense. Reclaiming your time is reclaiming your life. Stop shrinking for spaces that don't honor you. Emotional peace is the real glow up. Healing is a full-time job. Treat it like one. When you honor your boundaries, you protect your destiny. Say yes to less if it means saying yes to peace. Not all invitations deserve a response. Walking away is wisdom, not weakness. They don't have to understand it. It's not theirs to carry. A peaceful life is a powerful life. You can't hear divine direction in daily distraction. Stop begging people to treat you right. Teach them by withdrawing. You're not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Be so grounded in peace that chaos passes right through you. Don't negotiate your peace for temporary approval. You deserve relationships where you feel safe, not on trial. You were not created to absorb everyone's drama. Let go of what disturbs your sleep. Prioritize peace like your future depends on it. Because it does. If they disturb your peace, they've disqualified themselves. Choose energy that adds, not noise that subtracts. Guard your spirit like a treasure chest. The more peace you protect, the more purpose you unlock. When you master peace, the world becomes quieter. If the price is your joy, the cost is too high. You don't have to clap back. Let peace be your posture. You don't need everyone to like you. You need to like your life. Keep your peace so loud, no noise can penetrate it. Protecting your peace is protecting your purpose. And you are not put here to live in pieces.